Hello, my friends. Welcome to Soul Tranquility Space. Tonight, we are not going to rush into a story of adventure. We are not going to run through forests or climb mountains. Instead, we are going to sit quietly in a room. We are going to observe a man named Elian. But Elian is not just a character in a fable. Elian is a mirror. When we look at him, we might see the soft reflection of our own tired hearts. We might see that part of us that is always waiting, always looking, always hoping for something more. Let us begin by settling into our own space. Before we visit Elian's house, feel the house of your own body. It is the only house you have ever truly lived in. Feel the walls of your skin. Feel the windows of your eyes, gently closing. Feel the hearth of your heart, beating with a steady, rhythmic warmth. You are safe here. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to become. In this moment, you are complete. Imagine a cottage. It is not a grand palace, but a simple, sturdy dwelling made of stone and wood. This is where Elian lives. To the eyes of a stranger, this cottage is a paradise of comfort. There is a fire that never goes out. There is the scent of dried lavender hanging from the rafters. There is a wide window that frames the sunrise every morning. Everything in this house is designed to hold him, to warm him, to sustain him. But let us look closer at Elian. He sits in his favorite armchair by the fire, but he is not resting. His body is there, sinking into the soft cushions, but his mind is traveling. He is suffering from a very gentle but persistent ache. It is the ache of elsewhere. Have you ever felt this? It is the quiet voice that whispers, "Happiness is not here. Happiness is over there." It is the belief that the life you are living is just a rehearsal, and your real life is waiting for you somewhere in the future. Elian looks at the fire, but he does not see the beautiful dance of the orange flames. He looks through them. He imagines a fire that burns brighter. He looks at the bread on his table. It is fresh, crusty, and wholesome. But he does not taste the flour or the salt. He imagines a banquet that tastes sweeter. He looks at the bird singing in his garden, a small brown sparrow. It sings a melody of pure joy. But Elian sighs. It is just a brown bird, he thinks. It is common. It is ordinary. He dreams of the bluebird. The bluebird is an idea. It is a symbol of the perfect tomorrow. He believes that if he could just find this magical creature, his restlessness would vanish. He believes that the bluebird carries the key to a door he hasn't found yet. Why do we do this? Why does the familiar become invisible to us? It is a strange trick of the human mind. When we see something every day, like the face of a loved one, or the sunrise, or the roof over our heads, we stop seeing it. We cover it with a veil of ordinary. We think that because it is always there, it has no value. We think that value implies rarity. We think we must struggle to find worth. So, like Elian, we sit in the middle of a miracle and we feel poor. We sit in a room full of love and we feel lonely. We are thirsty while standing waist deep in a river of fresh water. And so, the thought takes root in Elian's heart. He decides he must leave. He does not leave out of anger. He leaves out of a misunderstanding. He packs his bag. Think of the bag not as leather and buckles, but as the burden of expectation. He packs his hope. He packs his worry. He packs his maps of places that do not exist. He puts on his coat, the heavy coat of seeking. He opens the door of his cottage. The cool air of the world rushes in. He steps over the threshold. He does not look back. He does not say goodbye to the fire. He does not say goodbye to the brown sparrow. He walks away from the sanctuary of here. He begins to walk toward the horizon of there. As he walks, he enters a kind of dream. We often think that waking up means opening our eyes in the morning. But Elian is asleep. He is walking, talking, and moving. But he is dreaming. He is dreaming that the future holds more peace than the present. He is dreaming that the Bluebird is waiting for him on a distant mountain peak. He does not know that the mountain is just rock and snow. He does not know that the horizon is just a line that moves as you move. Let us watch him walk away. With compassion, we do not judge him, for we have all been him. We have all walked away from a quiet moment to check our phones. We have all walked away from a simple meal to worry about a career goal. We have all walked away from the now to chase the ghost of then. It is the human condition. But the beautiful truth is this: the cottage does not disappear just because he left it. The fire keeps burning. The sparrow keeps singing. The here is patient. It waits for us. Always. My friends, tonight we are walking alongside Elian, but we do not have to share his burden. We can observe his journey while remaining safely in our own beds. If this quiet reflection on the illusion of elsewhere speaks to your soul, if you want to practice the art of staying here with us, I invite you to gently tap the subscribe button. Think of it as lighting a candle in your own window, a signal that you are home. And if you wish, leave a whisper in the comments below. Tell me, what is one simple thing here in your life that you often overlook? Let us gently lift the veil of familiarity together. Now, soften your shoulders, soften your hands, You do not need to pack a bag. You do not need to put on boots. You do not need to go anywhere. The Bluebird is not miles away. Let us rest in the knowledge that we are already where we need to be. Let us drift deeper into the comfort of the invisible sanctuary. We continue our quiet observation of Elian. He has travelled far from the warmth of his hearth. He has walked out of the real world and into the world of symbols. In his search for the Bluebird of happiness, he arrives first at the Palace of the Night. Do not be afraid of the name. It is not a place of monsters. It is a place of infinite, cold beauty. It represents the world of things. It represents everything we think we need to own to be complete. Imagine a hall made of black marble, polished so smooth that it looks like water. Above, the ceiling is studded with diamonds that mimic the stars. Everywhere Elian looks, there is a shimmer. Gold coins, jeweled necklaces, silk tapestries. They are all here, piled in silent heaps. Elian walks through this hall. His footsteps echo. Click, clack. He feels a rush of excitement. This is what the world promised him. Surely, he thinks, the Bluebird must live here. Surely, happiness lives where everything shines. He sees a flock of birds flying near the ceiling. They are not made of feathers. They seem to be made of sapphire and emeralds. They glitter with a blinding light. There it is, he whispers. He reaches out. He runs. He leaps. With great effort, he catches one of the glittering birds in his net. He holds it gently in his hands, trembling with victory. I have it, he says. I have caught the prize. Now I will be whole. But then a quiet tragedy happens. It is the tragedy that happens to every child who catches a snowflake. As soon as the bird is trapped in his warm hands, the light begins to fade. The sapphire turns to dull grey stone. The emerald turns to common dust. The bird stops singing. Its head droops. It is not dead, but it is lifeless. It was only beautiful when it was flying. It was only beautiful when it was free. In possessing it, he destroyed it. Let us pause and sit with this image. The bird that turns to stone. Is this not the story of every material desire we have ever chased? Think of the object you wanted most in the world last year. Maybe it was a new phone, a new car, a new dress. Remember the golden glow it had when it was in the store window. That glow is the promise of happiness. We think, if I own that, I will be different. We work for it. We save for it. We chase it. And then the moment we buy it, the moment we bring it home, something shifts. The glow fades. It becomes just a thing. It becomes ordinary. It sits on the shelf, gathering dust. The happiness was not in the object. The happiness was in the seeking. And once the seeking is over, the hunger returns. Elian opens his hands. The grey dust falls to the floor. He feels a deep, hollow ache in his chest. He realizes that you cannot own light. You can only witness it. He realizes that happiness is not a solid object you can lock in a cage. Happiness is a flow, and to hold it, you must have open hands. Elian leaves the Palace of Night. He is tired, but he is stubborn. If happiness is not in having, he thinks, then perhaps it is in becoming. He walks into the forest of the future. This forest is strange. It is always covered in mist. You cannot see the trees clearly. You can only see shapes that might be trees. Here, the air is thick with the scent of someday. Elian hears a song. It is the most beautiful melody he has ever heard, but it is always just out of reach. He steps forward to hear it better. Whoosh! The song moves further away. He runs toward it. Whoosh! It moves again. This is the land of almost. This is the land where we live when we say, I will be happy when I lose 10 pounds. I will be happy when I get married. I will be happy when I retire. Elian sees a blue flash in the fog. The Bluebird, he cries. It looks perfect. It looks exactly like the bird of his dreams. He chases it. He runs for miles, ignoring the thorns that scratch his legs, ignoring the hunger in his belly. He is fueled by the drug of anticipation. But every time he gets close, the bird dissolves into mist. It was never a bird. It was just a trick of the fog. It was a projection of his own mind. My friends, consider how much of our lives we spend in this forest. We fall in love with a future version of ourselves. We ignore the person we are today because we are so obsessed with the person we might be tomorrow. We treat the present moment like a dirty hallway we have to run through to get to the real room. But the hallway never ends, because tomorrow does not exist. Tomorrow is just a concept. It is a thought. When tomorrow finally arrives, it disguises itself as today. And because we don't know how to live in today, we miss it. We start looking for the next tomorrow. Elian stops running. He leans against a tree that is wet with fog. He is exhausted. His legs are heavy. His heart is heavy. He looks at his empty hands. He has visited the Palace of Wealth and found only dust. He has visited the Forest of Future and found only mist. He sits down on the damp moss. For the first time since he left his cottage, Elian stops looking outward. He lowers his head. He closes his eyes. And in that moment of defeat, in that moment of giving up the chase, the first true drop of peace falls into his soul. My friends, there is a sweetness in defeat. When we finally admit that chasing the world has not worked. We are ready to come home. If you are tired of running in the forest of the future, if you are ready to sit down on the moss and just breathe, I invite you to join our circle of rest. Gently tap the subscribe button to signal that you are done chasing for tonight. And if you wish, leave a comment below. Share with me, what is one future goal that has been exhausting you? Can you lay it down just for tonight? Can you give yourself permission to be enough right now without achieving it? Now, let us sit with Elian in the quiet. He is no longer a seeker. He is just a tired man sitting in the woods. And that is a beautiful thing to be, because a man who is not seeking is a man who is ready to see. Elian stands up from the moss. He has left the forest of the future behind. He has realized that running forward only leads to mist, so naturally, his heart turns backward. He begins to walk down a path that feels strangely familiar. The light here is different. It is not the harsh white light of noon, nor the dark blue of midnight. It is the golden, hazy light of late afternoon. It is always the golden hour here. This is the land of memory. He sees a small gate covered in ivy. It squeaks as he pushes it open. Creak. Inside, there is a garden. But the flowers are asleep. The fountain is still. In the center stands an old house. Elian knows this house. He knows the smell of the wood smoke coming from the chimney. He knows the pattern of the curtains in the window. It is the house of his childhood. It is the house of the ancestors. He steps onto the porch. The wood feels solid and warm beneath his boots. He opens the door. Inside, the air is thick and sweet, like honey. Sitting in rocking chairs by the fire are two figures. His grandparents. They are exactly as he remembers them from when he was a boy. But they are perfectly still. They are motionless. Their chests do not rise and fall. Their eyes are closed. They look like statues made of warm wax. Elian feels a pang of fear. Are they gone? But then he remembers the law of this land. The dead do not die. They only sleep until the living think of them. Elian whispers, "Grandmother, grandfather." The moment the sound leaves his lips, the moment his mind focuses on them, a miracle happens. Color rushes into their cheeks. Their chests expand with breath. Their eyes open, sparkling with recognition. They smile. It is not a smile of surprise. It is a smile of infinite patience. "Elian," they say softly, "we knew you would come. We have been resting, waiting for your thought to wake us." My friends, let us pause in this warm room. How many of us carry a heavy stone of grief in our pockets? We think that when we lose someone, they are erased from the universe. We think there is an unbridgeable gap between the living and the dead. But the land of memory teaches us a gentler truth. Those we love are not gone. They have simply moved inward. They live in the quiet library of your heart. When you are busy with the noise of the world, they sleep. But when you stop, when you sit in silence and say their name, they wake up. They are as alive as your memory of them. The love you felt 10 years ago is happening now. Love is the only thing in the universe that is immune to time. Elian sits with them. He feels a deep, soothing comfort. This is what he wanted: to be a child again, to be held, to be safe. He sees a cage hanging by the window. Inside, there is a bird. It is blue, not the electric, blinding blue of the future, but a soft, faded blue, like old denim, or a summer sky remembered from a photograph. "The Bluebird," Elian gasps. "It is here. It was in the past all along." "Of course," his grandfather says gently. "The past is always perfect, my boy, because it cannot change." Elian reaches for the cage. "I must take it," he says. "I must take this happiness back with me." His grandmother touches his hand. Her skin is like dry paper, warm and fragile. "Be careful, Elian," she whispers. "The bird of yesterday can only sing in the land of yesterday. It cannot breathe the air of the present." But Elian does not listen. He is desperate. He takes the bird. He hugs his grandparents goodbye. "I will come back," he promises. "We will be here," they say, closing their eyes. "We will sleep until you need us." As Elian steps out of the door, the figures turn back into stillness. The house falls silent. Elian runs back toward the gate. He holds the cage up to the light of the real world. He looks at the bird, but as the fresh air of the present hits the bird, a change occurs. The blue feathers turn black. The bird does not die, but it changes. It becomes a raven. It becomes the bird of regret. It becomes the bird of nostalgia. Its song is no longer sweet. It is a mournful cry. Gone, gone, gone. Elian falls to his knees. He realizes the painful lesson. You cannot live in the past. The past is a beautiful place to visit. It is a warm library. It is a comforting museum. But you cannot make your bed in a museum. When we try to drag the past into the present, it sours. The good old days are only good because they are over. If we try to relive them, we are not living. We are mourning. We are holding on to a ghost and wondering why it feels cold. Elian opens the cage. He lets the black bird fly away back to the house. He watches it go. He feels a tear roll down his cheek. But it is a clean tear. It is a tear of release. He understands now. The bluebird is not in the future. The bluebird is not in the past. He has looked everywhere. He has travelled the whole circle of the world, and he is empty-handed. But notice something. His hands are empty. Yes, but his eyes are open. His heart is broken open. He is no longer running. He is no longer grasping. He is standing still in the forest. And for the first time, he is truly ready to go home. My friends, as Elian stands at the crossroads, let us honor our own land of memory. Tonight, you do not need to grieve for what is gone. You only need to know that you carry the key to the library. You can visit whenever you wish. You can wake them up with a thought, smile at them, and then let them sleep again. If this story has touched a tender place in your memory, if you want to find peace with your past, I invite you to gently tap the like button. Think of it as placing a flower on the doorstep of that old memory house. And if you feel moved, tell me in the comments, who lives in your land of memory? Who wakes up when you smile? Let us honor their names together in this quiet space. Now, take a deep breath. Inhale the present moment. Exhale the past. You are not back there. You are here, and you are safe. Let us walk with Elian on the final leg of his journey. The journey back to the cottage, where the fire is still burning. And so, Elian walks home. His rucksack is empty. His nets are gone. His cages are left behind. His boots are worn, covered in the dust of the world. To the eyes of a neighbor, he might look like a failure. A man who went out to conquer the world and came back with nothing. But Elian doesn't feel like a failure. He feels light. He feels the lightness of a man who has put down a heavy suitcase after carrying it for 1,000 miles. He has lost his illusions. And when you lose your illusions, what remains is the truth. He walks up the path to his cottage. The sun is setting, painting the sky in shades of violet and apricot. Before, he would have looked at this sunset and thought, "It will be dark soon. I must hurry." Now he looks at it and thinks, "Look at the light. Just look at it." He stops. He breathes. He lets the violet light wash over him. He is no longer a man passing through the moment. He is the moment. He reaches into his pocket and finds the iron key. It is cold and solid. Click. The lock turns. He pushes the door open. Creak. The scent of pine and old stone rushes out to greet him. It is the same scent he left behind months ago. But today, it smells like an embrace. He steps inside. He closes the door against the night. He is home. Elian stands in the center of his room. He looks at his chair. The cushions are indented, holding the shape of his body, waiting for his return. He looks at his table. The wood glows in the firelight. He looks at his cat, who stretches lazily and walks over to rub against his legs. The cat does not ask, Did you find the Bluebird? The cat doesn't ask. Are you successful? The cat only knows you are here, and I am here, and the fire is warm. Elian kneels down and strokes the soft fur. He realizes that the cat has been a master of Zen all along. The cat has never lived anywhere but in the now. He is tired, but it is a good tiredness. It is the tiredness of a river that has finally reached the sea. He looks out the window one last time. In the garden, on the branch of the old oak tree, sits a bird. It is the same bird he saw the morning he left. It is small. It is round. It is fluffing its feathers against the cold. Elian looks at it. He really looks at it. He does not compare it to the diamond birds of the palace. He does not compare it to the ghost birds of the future. He sees it simply as it is, a living, breathing life, a miracle of biology, a beating heart wrapped in feathers. And as he watches, a ray of moonlight breaks through the clouds. It hits the bird, and in that specific light, through the lens of Elian's quieted mind, the feathers shimmer. They are not brown, not entirely. There is a sheen of indigo on the wing. There is a flash of sapphire on the chest. It is blue. It is not the electric, fake blue of his dreams. It is a deep, subtle, earthly blue, the blue of reality. Elian smiles. A tear runs down his dusty face. He understands now. The Bluebird was never on the mountain. The Bluebird was never in the past. It was here. It was always here. But he could not see it, because he was looking through the dirty glasses of wanting. When you want something else, you cannot see what is in front of you. The bird didn't change color. Elian changed his eyes. Happiness is not a thing you bring home. Happiness is the way you look at your home. The Bluebird is just another name for presence. And so, the search is over. Elian leans his head back against the chair. He closes his eyes. He does not need to dream anymore. Reality is sweet enough. My friends, you too have walked a long way today. You have traveled through the forests of work, the mountains of worry, the palaces of distraction. But now, you are back. You are back in your own cottage. Your bed is your sanctuary. Your breath is your fire. Let us settle down with Elian. Feel the heaviness in your legs. It is the heaviness of the earth holding you. Feel the warmth in your chest. It is the warmth of the Bluebird nesting in your heart. You do not need to go anywhere else. There is nothing to find. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to achieve. Everything you need is right here, under the covers. Visualize the room around you. It is not ordinary. It is a miracle. The roof that protects you. The air that sustains you. The gravity that hugs you. It is all a gift. Accept the gift. Stop resisting. Stop seeking. Just be. I am here. I am home. My searching is over. I have enough. I am enough. The bluebird is with me. The fire burns low. The embers glow like sleeping stars. The cottage is silent. The world outside continues to spin, but in here, time has stopped. Drift now. Drift into the deep. Blue velvet of sleep. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. Good night.